I forget when I don't play with missions for 2 weeks.
Of course.
Because we've been just practicing the evasion, the SAMs for a week or two, and that one was built a little bit longer than that. Go check it right away before I
We are
launch the
live
server.
on Google or YouTube.
Oh, want to stream DCS World to your friends in SOCOM OC? I can do that too. FAT.
Testing.
Hello, I hear you.
Oh,
High
okay.
five. So I figure out how to use the LST or the LSS on the F-16, the laser search.
Yeah.
That's kind of easy once you know. I don't know if you've tried it, Kulan, before.
Well, you need to have somebody designating for you or a JTAG. But...
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, and it's an easy matter of using it as long as you enter the code.
Yeah, but it must be pretty easy to find a target with that because once you have the LSS selected, it just points the camera at it.
Yeah, you have to point in the general direction and it will find it.
Yeah.
It might be good in cases, let's say you have a waypoint or you have a lasing at a specific point, and let's say that you have 3 or 4 different targets quite far apart. You could use the laser to get you to the general area, and then you can use your cursor to find what you need afterwards.
Right. Now I'm trying to figure out how I call that mission. I'll try this one. I don't. Okay.
Who's calling me at night on my work phone? I'm not taking that. It's usually weirdo that calls me on Saturday night. Yeah.
Weirdo. That's not the mission. Open. So there. I think it's a carrier strike. Yeah, that'll do it. That's the one. Okay. So I just want to check the briefing very quickly.
Okay, looks like we're broadcasting, and I actually sent the link to Facebook.
Oh. So you're telling everybody on your Facebook that you're here?
You're on Facebook?
Facebook. Facebots?
Spacebots.
Okay, so we'll have smoke. Okay, that should be fun. There's one of the cities we've visited before, the other one we haven't, but it's targets with smoke, so it should be easy with like traditional bombs, Mark 83s. So, but we also have some harms on the plane, so it's gonna make it interesting. All right, so. And it's a carrier mission. We get to practice our carrier landing.
Oh, great. So the whole world gets to see me slam into the back of the carrier.
Absolutely. Or me or Misty, because we haven't done it in a little while.
This is true.
I usually go bolter my first time in a while. I always prefer to be high up and miss than too low and die. Server is up. Misty is there. Misty was ready. He was probably like finger on the button for the mouse, ready to click in.
Haha, I forgot. I don't need the other computer up and running.
I what was it I
To
wanted to say?
myself, I think.
Huh?
I said if you're too low, you only do it once.
If you're too high, you can do it more than once.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, at the briefing.
Yep.
Likewise.
So you can see there are lots of SA8s and an SA6 on the map. The SA8s are mostly on the coast, and our flight pattern, the ingress to the first target, which is at um, waypoint number 2. It flies right in between the two red circles of the SA8s. So if we fly there, no problem. Same thing for the AAA on the coast. If we fly in between the two, they should never be able to engage us. However, we do have harm missiles on our planes. So the closest SA8s, if we feel they're too much of a bother, we can actually shoot them before we even start moving towards the coast. Um, I think at waypoint 1 we should be in range for the harm missiles, so we could delegate someone to go on the left side, someone to go on the right side. Then we can go hit our secondary target at low altitude, and it's like it's not in a canyon, but it's like flying between the mountains a little bit, so it helps. We will have our smoke on each of our targets. So for my primary, it will be a group of command trucks. So no, wait, that's not true. My primary target are
Hangers.
2 hangars, yes, marked with orange smoke. For Chevy 2, Alberry, you'll have the big, large Ford chimney plant. And for Misty, you will have the square ammo depot that's marked with red smoke. So we have those at waypoint 2. Once those are destroyed, we can move towards waypoint 3, which is a good 15, maybe 20 miles separation. So we will have a little flying to do in between the two. And at the next target, it's usually trucks. So I have the command trucks. Number 2 has the fuel trucks, I believe. Yeah, 6 fuel trucks at the north of the town. And 3, you will have it's like 4 Kamaz trucks and a tent that you should be able to see
Yeah.
close to your small.
Now, would you say, Kulan, that one Mark 83 would be sufficient for the building?
Yes,
Or you
for
would?
the building at that we have, like at the first one Mark 83 for the plant and the square depot should be enough. Since I have 2 hangars, I'm gonna try to drop one on each.
Okay.
If you want to be certain, it's always safer to drop 2 bombs like on those buildings at different intervals, or drop them manually one after the other. But yeah, I'm gonna have to drop 2 for sure for my 2 buildings, because if I hit straight, let's say on the edge of the first one, the second one probably won't blow up. So I'll probably need 2 bombs there. What I had planned was 2 bombs for the first target. If we miss the first target, let's say on our first pass, we can come back, drop the other 2 bombs that we have to finish it off. And then we can go for the trucks with whatever bombs we have, or with guns, because guns can kill trucks too.
That's always good.
Yeah.
So that's the
Plan.
logic
Okay.
behind it. But it's better to keep a few bombs for the trucks at waypoint 3, because
Yeah.
you know they'll be dealt with more efficiently. Once that is done, we can head for waypoint 4 and 5. As you can see, those are going around another SA8. Again,
Yeah.
if we have missiles left, we might be able to shoot that one too. I might shoot the SA6 that's at the airfield when we're heading for waypoint 3. So I'll take care of that. And if you guys want to take the SA8s on the coast with your harms, we could have fun with that as we.
Now, remind me, Kulan, what's the difference between the red circle and the yellow circle?
Yellow circle means that we might get an indication that we're on their radar. They'll know we're there. but the red circle is their lethal range.
Okay,
Like
so
if
okay,
you remember when we were evading the SA6, it was only
yeah,
when we entered the red circle that we
you would
got
fire.
the
Yeah,
beep, 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 beep. So
yeah,
in the yellow circle, you if you fly high enough, you might get like a 6 appear or a 8 appear. That means it's an SA8 or an SA6 that knows that you're in the area, or it's painting with its radar. And if you can detect it, it might detect you. But if you're in the red zone, it's like he's probably going to lock you pretty soon, and you can expect to get missiles.
okay,
I forgot how to
So
shoot the harps.
exactly. So now the next part, the harms. Since we have like an SA8 on the right side and one on the left, I know Alberry usually flies to my left and Misty flies to
yeah,
my right. So I can send Alberry to the SA8 on the coast that's going to be to the left. And Misty, I could send you to the one on the right. And just as a quick reminder for the use of harms, they're not that complicated to use. If you select the harm, by default, I think it's in SP mode, which is the self protect mode. This is how you can fire the harms the easiest because you don't have to pre plan anything. It just detects the radar source and you say, go shoot this thing. However, you don't have a range indication. So my indication for you is when we're at waypoint 1, if we have sufficient speed and we're pointing at one of the SA8s, we're pretty much in range. So if you get an SA8, let's say in your HUD, and you have it on the harm seeker, what the harm seeker does is that it'll lock all the sources of radar that it finds. If you want to change, because normally the first ones you'll have are the ships that we take off from. You don't want to shoot at our own ships. Uh, it'll put a square around one of those. But if you want to shoot at an SA8, you'll hit the I key and then you wait a second. It'll go to the next target. If it's not the 8 that you want to engage, you hit the I key again. It'll move to the next radar source. And if it's the one that's in front of you that you want to shoot, then you can fire the harm missiles, and you have two of them. So if the first one misses, you can fire the second one, or you can fire them both at the same if you want to be goddamn sure that you're gonna hit. So
just a
it's
little
up
bit
to
of
you.
trivia. A little bit of
Yep.
trivia. Uh, there was a time when the closest to the center of the circle of the RWR meant that that was the largest threat, but it's the other way around now. The further away from the inner circle is the larger threat.
Okay. So
They
I don't.
reversed it for the F-18 for some reason. Apparently, they wanted to do according to that particular block, and
Okay.
that's how it works. Apparently,
Uh,
toute
okay.
réserve.
Maybe.
That's what
Yeah.
I read about. Yeah,
But in any case, if you set up like how we set up the doot at the beginning, and then we put the EW for the HUD, you'll see all the radar sources around you in your HUD.
Yeah.
And the way to switch when you're in SP mode in the harm to switch from one radar source to another is to hit the I key. And for you, Alberry, it's going to be a bit tricky because you can see that on the left side there are two SA8s, right?
Yeah, I was just zooming in to take a look at that.
Yeah, there's one that's like further inland and the one that's closest to us. So probably if you're very close to waypoint 1, the one that's further inland won't be painting you. So try to get your box around the 8 that's going to be on the left that you will first be able to catch. That'll be the way to do it.
Roger.
You also have to cage it to get it hands off, I think.
Well, the way that I do it is in SP mode. When I have the square box around it, I point my nose towards that radar source. I fire it, and it just flies on its own after that.
Okay, I don't go SP myself. I go the other way.
Yeah,
yeah.
the harder way. I
Right.
just like to just shoot them to protect myself if I need to.
Right. Yeah.
And so I learned the first way that they made available. The other ones
Right.
I'm not even sure how they work.
Okay, they work about the same.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second to get a
Um,
beer before we get started.
well,
So we
yeah.
start from a carrier.
So we start in the carrier. We go straight north to waypoint 1, and then we can shoot the SA8s on the coast. You're gonna have
So
the
which
right
one are you
one.
gonna take, Kulan? The one inland, the ES8 inland, or the SA6? Because there's one
Well,
inland as well.
yeah, I'm gonna take the SA6 that's out in the distance once we get close to waypoint 3. But if I see that the inland SA8s become a menace to us at any point, I can fire my other harm at it. That's why I
So we have
didn't
two
delegate.
arms still, right? Two.
Yes, we have two.
Okay. Okay. So we got
And
lots.
you can, like I said earlier, you can fire both at the same one, but if you want to keep one for self protection, you can do that.
Yeah.
It's just that you're gonna feel the weight on that side of the plane though. So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
mind flying
Exactly.
with a little extra weight. You can trim it and everything, but
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I do. That sounds like fun. I look forward to it.
yeah. But that's the reason why I had trained us for missile evasion, because we can fly
I
the
get
whole
back.
mission in close to the ground without engaging any of those missiles. But if we're going to engage them, I'll fly a little bit higher.
Perfect. Perfecto.
So Alberry, you're clear with all your pre-flight checks.
We'll see when I get there.
There you go.
Good. So I'm gonna click fly since it's a carrier mission. I'll let you know when I'm in and unpaused. So I'm good to go. Number 2, come in.
Fly on my way in.
Visual on
Primary
2.
cockpit.
Number 3, you can come in.
Great.
I see number 3. So now we can set up our cockpits. So it's going to be important to set up the Pududu, the ECM on transmit, dispenser bypass. Then on the right MFD, I go menu, EW, and HUD. Let's see if it remembers my setting for my pretty lights. Yes, it does. Then for my helmet here. For this, I go DSC page with the tactile ink. For the stores, I'll start with my Mark 83s, M-Fuse nose. And then select the harm, which is already in XP mode. Master arm on. HSI set for waypoint 1.
So on the harms, we had CCPID or CCIP.
You can't do CCIP with the harm. The
Oh no, I
83B.
meant the
you can.
83Bs.
Yeah. Mode, you can say CCIP, and M fuse, the second button, you say nose, and you're good.
Okay, that does all the bombs. I don't have to do step.
Nope. Set for all 4 bombs.
Okay, anything I got to set up on the harms or not?
Well, the harm, you'll see there's a big X on it, but it says on the left SP with the square box around it.
Yeah.
You only have SP and TOO, so SP is the one with the box.
Okay.
So that's all you need, basically.
Everything should be ready in the cockpit.
You guys
All
know
right.
that. You guys know that above the left VDI, you've got a little green thing. Yeah? It says L bar. You see that L bar in the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This you normally, once you hook to the carrier, you took that off, because this is, otherwise the bar is gonna keep on. The bar is gonna keep on going on the ground, and you're gonna make sparks and stuff. So once you hook, that's why you have the sign. You remove this thing, you lift it so that the bar doesn't I don't know the what. Let me say it in French. La barre, quand elle
Doesn't
descend là,
scratch?
elle va traîner sur la track, elle va comme briser la track, elle va faire des accidents étincelles. L'idée, c'est de faut la lever, la barre. Le launch bar retract. So,
Yeah, but it's already hooked up to the
yeah,
the
but
catapult.
once you're done, once you hook up, it lifts by itself.
Okay.
Anyway, according to the
I've never played with it, and I probably won't ever. So
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
leave it making sparks. I like sparks.
there you go.
I like damaging my carrier.
Yeah, there you go.
Any other questions before we go?
It's a U.S. carrier. We got lots of money to buy new ones.
Yeah. 3 a day.
Two
All right,
ready.
one ready. So Chevy flight running up now.
3.
Very disappointing. I don't see any sparks, and my launch bar has left it by itself once I took off. So I don't see the point in what you were talking about. Alright, checking right for steer point 1, range 26 miles, climbing to Angels 12. Setting up air ground mode.
3.
I'll have to see as we climb if we go above the cloud layer or not. I want to stay below. So I'm gonna make my speed 400 knots.
Knots.
Yeah, I'm a little slow, Misty, so. I almost crashed into the back of it when it took off.
So right now my air to ground mode is active and my harm is locked behind me on one of the ships. That's what I was telling you earlier. So when I see the 8s appear, if I want to engage one of them, I'll have to hit the I key. India.
Roger.
I'm gonna stabilize at Angels 12. I went a little bit above it, so go down. Try to maintain 400 knots.
Okay, looks like I've got the harm selected.
Roger. Are you in air to ground mode?
Yep, MAG, master arm is on.
Copy that. The SA8s aren't painting us yet.
That's
They
right.
might might never paint us actually, but if they do, you know which one you have.
Can you see my lights, Kulan?
Yes, I do. I was looking earlier because I could see you were closer than Alberry, but I could also see your lights when you were even with him.
Good.
So Alberry, don't be afraid to use a little bit of speed. See, you're at 442.
Coming up on you now, 1.9, 0.2.
Roger. I'm gonna slow down to 350 so you guys can join because I'm 5 miles from waypoint 1.
Okay. Over just passed me on my left.
Roger. Now you guys are
8
getting
on my
closer.
screen.
Yeah, so hit the I key until you see a box around it. It is Misty's target though. I don't know if Misty sees it.
I got it.
I I got mine.
Okay, Misty, you can take that one, and Alberry, you can take the one to the left that just appeared.
Yeah, I only have the one to the left though. That's Alberry's one. So you
Okay.
can take it, Alberry.
I see the one to the right. I don't know
Yeah,
if
it's not. I don't see. It's not boxed yet. Did you hear that, Alberry? You can take the
Yeah.
one to the left.
Yeah, I'm locked onto it, but my missile's not firing.
Are you Master Armon, AG, in SD mode?
Yeah.
There's no big X on it, or
No. I'm trying to release the weapon, and I got nothing from the bomb release, nothing from the.
okay. Well, it's engaging me right now, so I'm gonna fire a harm at it. Magnum.
What did I do wrong?
I don't know. Switching to waypoint 2. I'm going to go nap of the earth in between the buildings, following that sort of little valley river there. That should take us in between the two AAAs in front of us. So if you want to follow me visually.
Yeah, I'm on you.
I'm gonna descend to about 2,000 feet. I don't want to get too low because I'd like to be able to spot the SA-6 if it.
Altitude.
Misty there.
This one's above me.
Yeah. So you see the river valley ahead of us. I'm sort of loosely following that at 045. That's my heading.
Copy. 045. I've got nothing lit up.
Roger that. They're all pretty much shut down me at 2,300 feet. Apparently my smoke started on, so I'm gonna look for it.
I'm going to switch to
Yeah, switching to bombs. And I have visual on orange and red smoke. I'm gonna climb to Angels 8 for my bomb drop. Weapons free, everybody. Green smoke has now come up. Got visual on all the smokes. Gonna try to line up my 2 hangars for my bomb drop. That's gonna be a tough one. Bombs away. That. Okay, I've hit one of my hangars. The other bomb went long. I'm gonna go for another pass.
bombs away. See what happens.
You got a good hit, Misty?
Think so. Yeah, I got it.
God damn it. My frickin' stick is acting weird. I can't get anything to work. Some of the pre-programs
Roger.
aren't working.
Yeah, did you load your profile?
Yeah. The only thing that's different is it's been plugged in for a couple of hours.
Roger. Because my hangar's on fire, but it's not destroyed. I have 1 bomb left. I know Misty has more bombs. Maybe he can try your plant, the Fort Chimney plant. Otherwise, Alberry, you know that the right alt and space bar can release bombs, right? If you have the symbology, you can drop it like that. Because my hangar didn't blow up, so I'm gonna go for my second hangar with my last bomb. Bombs away. Okay, this time I got it. Got my pretty lights on. I'm going to turn them off over enemy territory. And I think I'm good for fuel, so I'm going to drop my center line. Center line drop.
Is this fire the arm missile?
Roger.
Anything you want me to do around the target area?
I think I see the main building for Albury destroyed. So did you drop your bombs, Albury?
Yep, I got 3 of them out.
Good. All right, so now we're gonna head for steer point 3. I have my harm selected to be able to attack the SA-6 if it lights anything up.
Okay.
So I'm heading for waypoint 3, range 12 miles. I'm at Angel 6.
Waypoint 3, 12 miles, Angel 6.
2.
So I have both of you behind me at about 4 miles.
On my way.
That's good. It's nice that I'm ahead. That way I'll be the
Oh.
one that the SA-6 will
I
paint.
got arm, I think. Right there. Kaboom. Yep.
Good.
Yeah, the button I usually set, or I have set to center the stick, you know, back to the HUD, it's not working. The trigger button, not working.
Roger, it's your stick. It's you don't have a profile in your stick if it's not doing what it's supposed to. Or...
Yeah, so, okay. After this, I'll reboot and see what happens.
Roger. The smoke is on my target, but I also have the SA-6. I'll move in range and fire my last harm.
Oh, good.
Is there any
Good.
smoke on the vehicles?
Yes, the vehicles are gonna have their smoke. I think they all have it now. I see orange, I see green. Red should be coming up soon.
I got the red inside.
Roger. Yeah, red smoke.
I've got the green.
Climbing for my harm launch, give it more potential energy.
Altitude. Altitude.
I think I have a visual on the airfield area, so there it goes. Magnum.
Bombs away.
Okay, diving on target.
Switching to guns. Going on mine.
Crap.
Oh, I see what they are.
Trigger's not working, so I have no guns.
You can fire the space bar.
Yeah,
away.
baby.
That's what they do in real F-18s. When their joysticks aren't working, they plug in a keyboard.
Yeah, now that zoom's not working on the keyboard or rubber stick.
Guns, guns, guns.
We got a few things, I think. I don't know if I've got them all.
Roger. The idea is to get stuff smoking. It's not.
I've got one bomb left if you guys need
Roger.
some.
Yeah, I dropped my
Oh.
bomb on the green. I don't know if I hit anything.
I don't see anything hit in the green area. I see some hits in the red and in the orange, but nothing in green.
Do you have any bomb left, Fabio? I can throw one for you.
If you'd like, yeah. I don't have any bombs left. I only have brought one.
Come on. Oh.
Oh, because he dropped 3 on his primary.
Oh, I see. Red or orange, right?
Orange is mine. Green is
Okay,
his.
green.
I think he just did a pass on it. He's hit
Oh,
a few
something.
things.
Oh yeah, something has been smoking. Something you hit something good.
Yeah, I have like 1 left on my targets. I'll try to go hit that last one.
Bombs away.
Guns, guns, guns.
I don't think there's anything left. I think you got your target, Albert.
Yeah, looks like it. There's some trucks have moved away from the smoke, but it's like on mine. There's only an infantry guy left. I'm not gonna bother about just one infantry.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to arms just in case. Oh,
Roger. So if you guys are done with your gun passes, we're gonna head for waypoint 4.
Altitude.
3 is 0.4.
So Chevy flight, rejoin formation, heading waypoint 4, range 24 miles, Angels 7. I have Misty and thought I saw barriers a second ago. Misty, you're very close to me.
I am
at
out
my,
of
9.
Winchester.
Roger. Okay, so Albury, you're a little bit behind me at 6 miles. So I'm gonna stabilize at Angel 7 and I'm gonna slow down to 350.
Roger, on my way.
Yeah, I'm at your 9 o'clock, but I'm gonna get closer to you. Hold on.
Roger that. For
Okay,
now,
thank-
the AWACS tells me picture clean, but we'll keep our eyes open just in case. And the only thing I still have left is a very far SA8, so I don't think it's going to be any trouble for us.
I've got a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
odd view on my screen. You know, I see pretty much the HUD and that's it.
Roger. I turned my lights back on so that we can do a proper rejoin. I'm used to flying the F8, the F-16, so I don't use my auto throttle. So that's why I have to keep playing with the speeds here. Sorry about that. I'm at 350 at this time. Misty is 1.6 behind. Albury, you're 4.6.
Roger, on my way. Trying to figure out my issues here.
Copy that. If you only see the HUD like with 2 screens, yeah, that's happened to me before. Usually it's when you're holding an alt and you hit F1 and you do something like that, and then it gets all squirrely.
This is going to be fun trying to land like this. I can't see very well. Oh, I dropped my extra tank, by the way.
Yeah, I did too. And Misty did too. So Albury, you're the only one with 2 harms. Misty, you still have 1.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Don't know how I would fire him.
No, but I'd tell you if we needed to. It would be the left out space with the box around the right square, but since we don't need it for now, just concentrate on flying with us. All right, everybody's back in position, flying back to 400 knots.
400.
ATC set for 400.
I've got 7,800 fuel.
Roger, I'm at 82.
I'm at 58.
Copy that. We're just passing waypoint 4, so it's checking left for steer point 5. Notice that I'm trying to keep as close to the lines as possible on our flight path. That's because it keeps us out of harm's way. That's why I wanted us to do a nice clean rejoin.
That's a good way of saying it. The arm's way. No pun intended.
Yeah, with the harms. But yeah, right now I don't see any enemy radars painting us. I only see the AWACS and the 249 frigates, so those are friendlies. So the Bliners are heavy bombers that fly pretty fast. So we're gonna switch to air to air. Their bearing is 254 at 16. So
I got them inside.
air to air. I have the 2 targets on my radar.
What altitude are they?
They seem to be pretty low. Let me
Okay.
just check. I'm gonna make a right turn. I don't have a heading yet for you, but I see them at 7 miles in front of me, low, probably like 1,000 feet. I'm gonna
Okay.
lower my antenna to spot them better.
Yeah, my antenna doesn't work. That's weird. But that's not where this happens.
How do I fire missiles from keyboard?
That's a good question. It might be the space bar for the F-18 because it's the same as the trigger.
Altitude.
Okay, I'm merged, so I'm gonna use my air combat radar because I can't get the other radar to lock. I have one in sight. Fox 2. I took the one to the left. There's one to the right.
Okay,
The good
I think I've
news
got the
is
one to
that-
the left as well.
Yeah, he's dropped his load and he's on fire. They're ejected. I don't know if anybody's on the right one. I think Alberry's there. There's an
Yeah, but I can't
A120
fire
there.
anything, so.
Fox 3, I got
Roger. Yeah, I see it. He's on fire. He's falling apart. He's in the sea. Good. Nice job.
Okay.
This is an actual threat to our fleet, so took care of it. I'm gonna ask the AWACS if there are others. Bogey Doe. Picture is clean, so Chevy flight heading for waypoint 6, range 40 miles. I'm at Angels 4. Gonna reduce speed to 350.
Waypoint 6, 40 mile and 4.
I have one of you at my 4 o'clock, and I'm looking for the other one.
I think I'm just, I'm to your,
Yes,
yeah, that's
both of
me,
you are
I'm
at my 4 o'clock. I have one at 3 miles, one at 6.6. I think I had said Angels 4. Now I'm at Angels 5. I guess I can stay at Angels 5. Since Albury is a little further, I'm gonna fly at 300 knots.
I'm catching up to you quickly.
Roger that. I'll keep an eye on you. Steve's 1.5, Albury's 2.4. All right, increasing speed to 400.
400. In position.
Roger.
You're at 5,000, right?
Yes, I am. Although my barometric altitude hasn't kept it to 5,000, I'm gonna try to bring it back there. So that's set. That's set. So 1-1 is on course. Good thing we got those bombers, because if they fired their missiles, we might not have had a carrier coming back. When they fire, you hear the AWACS yell out, "Vampire! Vampire!" That means there's a missile on the way to the carrier.
Do we have a what's the second 55?
55, yes. I'm gonna set that up right away.
1-1.
And ILS is 1-1. Switching on my TACAN, I'm 18 miles from carrier. I'm gonna keep my heading of 180.
1-0.
Roger, 180. I was taking some pretty screenshots outside.
Gotcha.
Maybe 15 miles to carry.
Altitude. Altitude.
Careful there, Airedale.
Albury is doing some aerobatic maneuver.
Exactly, I saw that. Now, since the carrier is heading towards the east, or let me check here, west, I'm gonna change my heading. I'm going to move to a heading of, let's say, 110, something like that.
1-1-0.
I'll put us behind the carrier, which I just saw. And then we'll be able to go on final.
Altitude. Altitude.
5,000 by default.
Yep.
Right, everybody just heard me once.
So I'm gonna make a new heading of 130.
I'm gonna step back a little. Let you guys go. Let Albury go by.
That's it.
Hook down.
Hey, the hook button works.
That's because you use the keyboard. Alright, I'm checking right for final. You guys are free to land.
Roger, checking right.
Make my plane wiggle quite a bit. Alright, let's lower the speed on
Flaps
this
to full.
thing. Gear coming down. On my needles on final.
Five 5.3 behind you.
Trim is set, speed is set, 2.9 miles from carrier.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. Let's hopefully it's gonna work.
Roger. I called in my request for landing, so I got the nice runaway lit.
Oh.
Wind is 3 meters per second, so it's not too heavy, but there is some wind. It's in our face anyways, so we're good.
8 miles final.
1 mile.
1.6.
Touchdown. I've got a good hook.
Good job.
Clearing the
Oh,
runway.
He didn't falter.
Runway clear.
Six miles.
2.5.
I got a bunch of squares in my goddamn hut. Caused
You're
by
gonna-
the arm.
You're gonna see. You're going to see the green deck if you don't call in for
I
permission to
called,
land.
I called in. But I
Roger.
see squares as if like arm squares, like the arm
Yeah,
missile
yeah.
square. They
They're
don't fit.
appearing here and there.
Yeah,
That's
they're
weird.
bug. Yeah. Trouble. 100. What the fuck is going on?
I like your fuckasty.
I've got one missile, one arm missile squaring me up a little bit. Seems.
Maybe you could just drop it in the
Yeah.
ocean.
Oh well, too late now.
Hit the big yellow button.
Well, I'm afraid to hit the ship. It's
Right.
pointed towards the ship. I mean the square.
After that.
Caught the hook.
Yeah, I see you right next to me. Good job.
Oh, you're back? You got it?
Yeah, first try.
I
you
thought
did it.
I thought you did good job.
And he brought back both his arm missiles so he can use them for another mission.
Runway clear.
Where is it?
Yeah, it's not like the labels. You can't turn those off.
Especially not on final.
Yeah. I don't know if you hit the eye if it's gonna go on one of the frigates, maybe. At least not on the carrier.
Very
Got a
good.
lot.
I got the hook. Yeah.
Yeah. You landed a bit early, but you got the third wire. That's good. You went fishing for it.
Gotta go fishing and eat the fish.
Exactly.
That's the first time I think my joystick has ever screwed up, but this is the first time I've ever had it plugged in this long.
Roger. To me, it seems like what my joystick does once in a while when it loses its profile. You can't hit any button to get anything out of it. But I don't know. Can't say. Once everybody's on board, I'm gonna shut down my engines.
There.
So how much do these missiles cost?
It's a few $100,000, I would say,
So I just saved maybe $200,000.
at least. Curious to check the ground targets that are remaining. So a few fuel trucks were able to run away. Two of the trucks next to the tent were able to run away. I still have my infantry guy that ran away, like I said before. There's one SA-8 left, two SA-8s left. The AAAs, of course, we never engaged them. The SA-6 launchers are still there, but the radar is gone, so I got it with my thing. So that means we got two SA-8s, one SA-6, and pretty much all our ground targets were hit. I mean, the last ones on the secondary targets, we get what we get, you know.
Yeah.
My primary was destroyed, right?
Yeah, the primaries. I when I was cycling through, I couldn't see much, but I'll go check if I can zoom out. I don't think I can zoom out that far, like 20 miles away. No, I can't, because I didn't have a ground vehicle close to the primaries. But from what I saw in the sky, the Misty's target